They must have suspected at least that Fnatic were going to pick it. And look at this, just a contact push down behind the Viper utility. And Boaster comes out to default.
Taking a ton of space there, but Molly's going to be preventing a plan just at a default spot. Even the Boombot as well, pushing him away for about a moment. See now as the horn gets broken, it's going to be revealing a bit of a slight positioning, and there is a trade eventually there for 100 Thieves. Watching the angles, Derek. How is he claiming two there? Pop flash through into the smoke. Anti-flash was being played by Derek. They need to put the pressure now and apply it.
Asuna knows that Boast is incredibly weak there, comes around with a right click. Ghost online, Mystic's position known.
Just about gets him off of it. Has to run it down. Asuna now needs to win this one, but only 3 bullets left, and he goes for the reload. Oh my!
But yeah, there are pros and cons to playing on the stage, you know. You're not in a comfort zone, feels very different.
Yeah, but it's going to be a big attempt to try and disrupt this one. The players are just swarming through into the crossfire. A big setup there with the rifles.
We can tell that they're all grouped up at short.
When the time gets low like this, honestly, it's
30 seconds
one mistake might make the difference. Smoke's being held down. It's going to be a nade lobbed into the choke point, I believe, on top of the snake bite as well. And they've started to get a bit of a feeling for where this one is coming through. An exchange of utility and bullets as well, just being spammed back and forth through the smokes. And now the plant has to come through now with only 13 seconds on the clock. Paving the way for them. Post Molly there into the smoke, but they need to start to clear a lot of these Fnatic players who are up close and personal. Alpha just ripping off heads of the Bulldog. Great movement there from Boaster to try and find these picks. But again, it's 100 Thieves. Cool, calm, and collected in it, but time is running low.
Alpha
is ticking so far down. Alpha was third in the round there with the nade. Has to be a stick now. Will already onto the half. There needs to be coverage for it, and Alpha kills it again. The diffuser gonna be denied. And what a play by him in that round. That's gonna be the bonus secured for his team.
Along with Derek as well.
Derek, they could get value here, but they are watching the smoke. It seems like Fnatic are aware of this one. Trailblazer timing. You knew that was always a possibility. In fact, these Fnatic players were too bang. Oh, the shot's just about firing. Durka has been playing so passive this entire round.
But he's controlling the aggression beautifully. And the Stingers, the Phantoms,
feeding them for about a moment. Now you're going to see the Seekers to try and at least add that extra layer on top of this push. For safety, perhaps. The Seekers are going all over the place, and how has Derek won that one out? Seeker was eating half the damage, but he still gets the kill into Alpha, and this is suddenly looking like a scary round for Fnatic. Losing 2 of their players. This reload from Boasty does have his ultimate to try and play for time, but they are losing players one after the other, and it is just down to Boaster.
This would have to be a 1v5 for Boaster to win it.
Players are weak, half on it. Does he not want to commit to it? Doesn't appear so. Just playing back. He could have ulted the spike there potentially, but chose not to invest. The dust over and over again.
You want to play?
Well, let's think about how 100 Thieves were actually able to get the win there. It was simply by taking duels and winning them. And now the player in position to ruin this round is Will.
Up close and personal. It's going to be the Viper's Pit drop down out of showers. It gives them. Players are lurking and working their way up through short, and there it is. Timing playing such a crucial role. The satchel cuts its way across. Spike has to go down here. There's that spam coming down. That's just the crossfires of Fnatic far too strong.
And poor Stella. The IGL for 100 Thieves has just been completely out of this round. This was the map that they're supposed to, in quotes, drop out of the 3 in this series. What you're looking for here is really 100 Thieves to make things much closer than they did last time, perhaps.
Been doing a good job of pulling out a lot of the tools, though, prior to it. And
100 Thieves, though, reading into it and have stacked 4 players over on A.
Currently rotating in spawn, making sure they keep a couple of them at least just sitting so that nobody can push out of the spawn. There's a Nightfall. Looks like they do want to try and make an attempt to contest this one, but it is, again, that utility that waves a bit. Molly going to be stopping it straight into Elbow, and they're running right into the spray down of Mystic. Now, the players are low. No sound cues as well with the Nightfall, but eventually that's going to be fading. The wider swing from Derek will not be rewarded with too much still. Will is alive, but they're clean up. Asuna forced to jump peek it because he's like, okay, well, they could have timinged it. Wonderful punish from Fnatic, and now getting right into the side. Stella was holding up close, but again, only the Spectre in his hands. Will, still here, showstopper right in the tube, and that's Alfio again claiming another.
How they wanted to secure the post plant. Durka caught the one. And Fnatic have the most outrageous.
It just seems like they have come here certainly to play.
Having one LAN under his belt.
What is that?
What? What is that?
and a money situation. This was a full investment to buy into those rifles. The two players group up. 5v3. Gonna be facing it. Alfie again. He wins it out. Nade over the top now. Clinical stuff, just trying to clear the back of the side. A bit of a pre-fire there from Stella. Okay. Just left claiming the one there with Mystic.
This would be the most incredible round for 100 Thieves to win. To turn around. Boaster without his molly. So these players could still get into elbow.
Yep. Seeker's going to be leading the way now. So they know when these players. A bit of spam to the choke point. Just trying to avoid it. Flash over the top now. They are into the site, but there is no swing, no trade there from Aston. He's just trying to weave in and out once more of the Chew over the top. Does not find a favorable fight. It's Durka. They've already gained such a sizable lead. Managed to contact their way all the way through. The Seekers going to be having them out. And an added element, pushing the players back. There's a nice little snake bite here. Stella is doing a good job of delaying. A lot of utility being used though. For a time though, there is a window of opportunity now that this Viper wall is down. The Fnatic players, they're just going to contact all the way through. They're just taking the fight. They know where the players are holding.
And Fnatic are barreling through them. The weaponry advantage, massive. But it feels like that's been the case the entire time. Oh, and that's just filth.
The orbital strike. Why not?
Oh, it's absolute filth.
Gun.
Frankly, does it even matter if they lose this round?
Bare minimum. What? And they do the Nightfall to try and push them back? I mean, it's just on Durka. He's rendezvoused out.
They just Nightfall.
And the showstopper.
In an attempt to trap the Showers players, and it's only Durka. He just escapes for free.
It's just down the bang, isn't it? The orbital strike's being chucked out. Not a single player in sight. Fnatic. Oh my goodness.
And now there's no defensive tools particularly available. Both satchels used, both ults used, and Fnatic now have tons more time with which to play with. They don't need to rush things.
Now the execute starts to come through. Snakebite's over the top onto the tube, the Haunt as well. Sees just dodged for about a moment. Players still holding close though. What a flick from Alpha. They do need to deal though with these players, and it's 100 Thieves who are crumbling. One after the other on the site. A fast rotation there from Will with the nade. Lands this one, that's going to be going just shy of the mark. Quite get it, but the bullets there, the crossfire eventually finds it, so... They got some reps behind him, but...
A few of their players, though, you know, were on stage before. Here we go, though, 100 Thieves!
Damage.
Oh, they're just all into the nade!
Yep, and they have just taken so much there in the choke. So difficult to deal with. Still, the flank is being watched down, but it's all down to Derek.
He's in the clutch.
Must win pistol round. And he's been good in these clutches.
But 1v2s are so difficult to win. And 1v1s are his area of expertise. I think Alfie has spotted him going into the smoke.
Yeah, he does. That's where he is. They're just giving him all the space because they know, look at the time pressure.
There's only 10 seconds,
10
remaining.
10 seconds left.
Essentially, Derek has to stick the plant here. No buffer. Nothing to work with.
Planted.
Back up a time with the swing there. Drop down to 1 health.
No charges.
Just being squeezed from every angle. Has no idea where Boaster is, but just does not have the health to contend.
A great timing on these 100 Thieves players exploding down short. There is no trademark, of course, at their back. And Fnatic, I mean, Alfie with a Bulldog again.
30 seconds left.
By the Fnatic players, making sure that they get the players in position, and look at the amount of damage that Alpha is just offloading to that one sideline, that one angle. It matters not. 2 players left standing for 100 Thieves, trying to disrupt this one. A tap of the spike. They all come crumbling down again. For whatever reason, fully aware that this B hit's coming through. Quick little satchel play across the money. He's going to be whiffing and missing, so kills are going to be flowing into the direction there of the 100 Thieves players. The snake bite on the ground. It's going to be Boaster just trying to escape his way out of there. So round on the board is looking highly likely now for 100 Thieves, but does it bode well for the rest of this? Yeah. A lot of utility to try and get across, trying to play the anti-flash position. Gonna be that triple face though, so small advantages like that, they can snowball out of your control. When you consider there's no room for error right now for 100 Thieves. It's just cool, calm, and collected from the Fnatic players. So they're going to be hearing this plan going down.
Percent battle in elbow, and Stella gets the better end of it.
The fight tower being won. Trying to take the fight up close and personal there. Boaster will fall. Showstopper over the top. Pushed and pulled into every single direction here. Has to be coverage onto the spike, not the case. And Josh, if they can even get it to that pole map, but early days yet. Cover fight going to be won out there. Will not wasting any time with a satchel engagement into the back of the site. Quick side step though with a movement. Enzo's already ripped two of their heads off. Enough damage in the process though. Has to get rid of that haunt, and he is being swarmed currently over the top.
Two on the flank.
Need to disrupt this one, so moving in their way to Hookah and Belong, but they deal with the first element of it. That was Alfie trying to contest.
And they use Seekers.
Yeah, I mean, you got to use everything at your disposal. Why not?
Just to make sure that Boaster and Mystic have no chance of clutching that up with the weak weaponry.
You know where the positioning is now. Mystic is really finding it difficult to play the game at all. Almost every sense of his being. And showers, nightfall across.
That's so fast.
Yeah, incredibly fast response is happening over the top. What a rocket! By using his own satchels, backs and forth. Durka tries to take a wider swing. Ends up whiffing the shot there with a tour de force, and his molly right over the top. He's not going to be fast enough to disrupt this plant. Defensive post plant setup that 100 Thieves are trying to hold on to, and it could be everything with the orbital strike. It forces them right into the grasp, and Fnatic capitalize. Still a 3v3, but they know where the rest of them are. Just spamming it straight down the corner of a tap onto the spike. A smoke to cover it as well. It's a full stick from Boaster, full confidence and faith.
And we'd have a similar style of ascent. When I think back to 100 Thieves, yeah, it's a good map for them, and it makes sense that they picked it here too. Alfia has a shorty. If they smoke off tree, Alfia's going to be inside of it.
Surely he doesn't get the timing here. Surely he doesn't push. He can hear the footsteps. Paranoia doesn't necessarily have the setup, and yeah, Will is holding this smoke. Anticipating it. Misses the timing. The smoke fades away, and this is just absolute carnage. The players clashing into tree. A haunt to follow it up, and a bit of run and gun again is on the cards. 100 Thieves going to be claiming that pistol round.
Good saying it. 100 Thieves were all smiles heading out.
Yeah.
Asna gets 2 with the Vandal. That's pretty great. That can be recovered by the rest of the team as well. Durka doesn't really have a weapon here.
Okay. Tries to play off the paranoia there, yeah, but weapons are going to be able to be recovered. See Will as well. Didn't actually buy into this one. Picks up the rifle for himself.
Absorbing that structure and being happy to play within it.
Yeah.
And trusting it.
Actually being moldable. You know, by all the experience that the 100 Thieves have.
And Bang cleans up both of those players on the flank. Is he a bit rusty, or has he still got it just fresh?
A lot of importance being placed onto this round, though, in particular, and it is Durka who opens it up. Yeah. The running around there from Durka. This is a play that's being attempted to be made. Wall going to be dropped down, but Bang with the timing. Oh, it comes down to everything there. A bit of ADS there with a Bulldog, but it does go wide. It's a paranoia in his hand. He wants to try and supplement this for a bit of a squeeze.
That is an amazing paranoia.
It's a solo play, but okay. Ends up working out nevertheless.
That was so good. The angle of that caught both of the players from Fnatic trying to defend. And now can Durka make a miracle happen?
Kills.
He's just beaming people.
This guy might be a bit of a menace right now with a haunt over the top. That's going to be destroyed, but it reveals the positioning. At least he knows where some of the players might be. Sees over the top, drops himself down, eventually dealt with. 2v2. But 100 of these players, they are grouped up in hell. Trying to isolate these fights. A bit of a wider swing of smoke. Just in the way. The shot's going wide, and Alfia just sticking onto the defuse. He's got half online. Down to that 1v1. A tap it in and a flick. One shot will do it.
Oh, and that 0 point just found
Catches.
3 players.
Trademark's going to be taken down as Derek looks to try and re-clear it. Up now. No nanoswarms to be popped off there.
But Boaster has a judge.
Yeah, and this guy can look like the final boss at times! Swinging through, that's going to be 2. One after the other.
30 seconds
And with the spike drop down, he has completely shut down this push. The rest of his team, time has been bought for them. And a contact play through the smoke. Oops.
This to me seems like a great spot for Durka to try and find fights. If he can get the right read on
Especially, yeah. Especially when you consider the timing. In fact, forget about timing. Durka wants to take it himself. We're not get out of it with his life, though.
Great shots.
Yeah, the kills come through, but how are you going to get past this? Well, Asuna is the answer.
He's here.
He could get magical timing, and there you go. Great time for the swing. Flash play, that was Derek. These 1v1 rounds before.
He doesn't know where Boaster is, and that was just a footstep that gives the IGL of Fnatic an opportunity.
It's everything! What is that? Overall game plan for them, taking that mid control.
Derek had the read as well.
You break your wrist with moves like that. Sean can barely believe it.
Derek, 14-0 in 1v1s since early May. Here comes
Oh,
Durka.
scrunch. Yeah, it's a play being made. The flashes are just being dumped into it. 100 Thieves.
If Asuna decides to use the
Jittery now.
knife, this would be bad timing.
Yeah, I mean, he was looking all over the bloody shop, wasn't he?
Just based on the crosshair placement. And now, how do Fnatic, how do 100 Thieves deal with this one?
They're
They
playing
got to break
fast.
their own wall.
They want to try and push and break through it all the way. Not opting into it. The fight being taken. And Mystic, well, they lined up for him.
Alpha's still got his turret online.
Face
Just holding the paranoia.
And wow, investing the Nightfall into this one too.
Yeah, the smoke into the paranoia does enough to dissuade it. He has been stuck though. The C's over the top. Just latched him to the side of this lane, and the 100 Thieves players, they need to get in here. And the paranoia just goes completely wide. And enough time being bought, the Fnatic players help him out, swinging through. Lovely angle that Enzo finds here, but a rifle in the hands of Derek. A little bit too much to ask for though to try and win that one in a 1v4.
This star jet player is going to be positioned. Alfia in his classic spot though.
Had to see no command offloaded, and there's the Odin spam. A crossfire setup. Durga was on top of it. Couldn't go absolutely anywhere, but he's resetting his aim. This guy's just feeling right at home. Fnatic shut down at it. Yeah.
This is one of the rounds where it looks like he's found it. And there he finds it.
Yeah.
Spike down.
The comp is good for defense, don't get me wrong, there's no duelist comp. But Durka's also going to be doing so much for them on attack.
Yeah, Cloudburst at the feet just to try and help him out, and Asuna's just wading right into it.
Spike down. Last player standing.
Especially when Durka's playing like this. I mean, the guy is a menace, unleashed.
It's a 5v1.
Swinging through, he's going to be denied the ace at the end of it. There will be no Twitter clip for him.
You can see
Some of the players to wade over towards mid and other sections, but a lot of noise being made. But 100 Thieves players are just trying to take early control of this through B main. And Alvier, well, had to face the other direction. The Haunt was completely lighting him up, revealed him. A quick split. Pace injected into the round from 100 Thieves.
if he had the operator online.
Yeah. It's going to allow him to really just get stuck into this fight now with the paranoia. Scanners over to the side. What? What is that? Durka, you're an absolute menace to society right now, running rings around him. They're not even sure as to where he is. But Bang whips it around anyway. A quick reset. Once more, Derek from the back of the site. I mean,
For the half.
Look at this.
There's the... Okay, that's a kill. And what is that flick? Onto Asuna.
There's no time to react to that. Look at him.
Alfia is
I
like...
was scared of him.
Not a player we've talked about too much so far this map, but he's 13-7, and he's really finding value. That round won because of him. Able to outplay Durka inside the smoke, and now Durka moves forward looking for another candidate to pick
You gotta
off.
be kidding me, man. Flash around the corner. There's gonna be the punish there. It's a C's. Latches onto them. Fnatic players, they can just pray and hope that they don't get punished for that one, and eventually it's gonna dissipate. Otherwise, Presence. You're gonna see the ultimate exchange as Bang using it. Bosa's still holding on to one of his own. Oh no, there he is. The back of the site, see if he can lock this one. The player's swarming into him. He needs to find a favorable fight. But he has bought critical time. The rest of the Fnatic players make sure that they contain any of it, and with the spike drop down, and Derek just in no man's land. It is going to be the round secured there for Fnatic.
Derek's just stuck in another one of these unwinnable clutches, man. Fought earlier in the round. And look at the replay here too. Alpha able to pick off a kill, and Durka managed to get rid of Stella, who was waiting for these retakers. Look at that! Wow. Stella was waiting.
It's going to take some heroics, I think. Prowler does get at least contact onto somebody.
And who is it going to be? If it takes heroics, who will step up?
No command. Yeah, it's going to be all the utility that can't quite be used. Slow orb over the top of Heaven as well. There won't be a contest there, but this Odin spam is breaking portions of it, I think, as well. The Haunt over the top. Now you see that lockdown's being used as well. All sorts of utility. Now Paranoia cuts his way through. There's going to be the nade. Rebounds off the side, and finally the lockdown is dealt with. And timing. Mystic contains. Will was trying to get that late. Look, already to push the attempt, the retake. It's come through. Down to just Asuna. But what can you really do? Locked down with the C's at his feet. The 8th round and a half there for Fnatic.
And the retake looked immaculate. They read the play setup on Catwalk. And if they return to Durka, if the plan here is to prod down mid, break the trademark, an A split, They're gonna lose people. Will to take one more piece of contact.
This is so risky from Asuna. It's a headshot. Paranoia as well, has to vacate.
And Fnatic are set up now for quite a nice ace split.
What a shot from Mystic. Completely isolating that fight. Now it's down to Bang to see if he can lock it down, but it's the run and gun in action once more. Yeah. Nice unstoppable right now, straight through the choke point. Shots need to land. And just Thieves come out on top, it seems, now in a 2v2. Mystic just jiggling with the movement, holding close. It's a flick of the wrist, and Durka makes sure that he sidesteps it. Takes out the opposition. Pass around the side. Respect has to be shown now with the Paranoia. Cuts his way through. Doesn't actually tag onto any of the members of 100 Thieves who are trying to anchor this one, but shots matter now with a flash. He clears the way, and the better weaponry will do the job. And the classic just is not quite enough.
10 seconds left.
A lot of damage being done, but it's going to be that safe plant. An attempt by Derek, just running him down. Only to Shorty.
Has to evacuate.
Yeah, you got to respect that one. On top of that, the lockdown.
There's just so many ults. This
So
is how the
much
snowballs develops.
You can see, got the Nano Swarm lineups just for any players that might have been just trying to run away from that one. You're right, Josh, this is how...
Enzo is in B main. He's the first character that needs to be dealt with for the Horde flash.
And it just looks inevitable. Fnatic, they're combining all their utility. The players of 100 Thieves, they can barely stand up to it. Just running, trying to trade each other out. It's down to just Will on top of lane, but again, he has been dealt with. You are right.
And he's just missed the
Taking
time.
it, yeah, there was a timing there. But okay, bit of a whiff there with an Nano Swarm. Still a flash play and a repeat. That's Asuna. Just claimed the one with Durka removed. Could still be winnable, but look at how diligent Fnatic are with the utility that they're using, just to make sure that they clear every single corner. Bang. He can reposition, and he's off to the side, one after another. Yeah.
Deep angle gets in front of the Haunt even.
Get his deeper position.
This
Is
a
he
great
even in
spot.
range of his rendezvous? I'm not even sure. Has to back away.
Pressure here in B main. And now Fnatic at 40 seconds are starting to come down mid.
Yeah. But they already know the presence is there into the market area. How was Durka getting away with that one? And Banks has been ran over. Asuna has to retreat, backing away to the site there with the help of Will, but all this utility being chucked to their way, right at the feet of Will, does not deter him, not in the slightest. The spike is dropped, Alvia does claim it, but... And so just looking in a complete wrong direction, and Alvia tries to trade it out.
Late in the round. Great read though.
Yeah.
Again, it's the duo of Bang and Enzo, but on the other side of the map.
No time being wasted, it seems like Fnatic looking like they want to try and capitalize off this one. Cloudburst, Blade Storm online. Ah, Durka's just shut down nevertheless.
One enemy remaining.
Enough of a reset of the aim, it means that 100 Thieves, one after the other.
And look how aware both teams are and how each team is going to adapt to that. And Durka, though, gets caught out. They hadn't closed the door at market. What a big miss
And the
for
Prowler.
Fnatic on their exec.
I mean, the Prowler just gave all the information in the world in this reflank. Bang was waiting for the perfect timing. Enzo being caught out. No more B main control. All the Fnatic players playing close to the site. Alarmbot is going to be triggering. And it is just chaos that's erupting all over the site. It's going to have to be that triple swing, and the kills, they need to be clean. And clean they are. Up to Stella. With this round for Fnatic, it's going to put them on that match point if they win this one. And it's within their hands, within their grasp. Stella had the utility to use, he had the abilities, but at the end of the day, against Mystic and Alfia, when they're playing like this, not likely.
Match point.
It's a solid post plan from Fnatic. It didn't look like it was going to work, though.
It was all over the place.
100 Thieves had another opportunity. And this spot, Mystic and Boaster have been playing this spot frequently with large amounts of success.
I have more tests.
Stellar, even with the res online, just opted not to go for it. It could have tried to take lane control, could have tried to be fast, decisive, but perhaps just freezing in the moment just a little.
Yeah.
And Fnatic are on that match point. They're on playoff point and grouping up for an A-site hit to get this one over in one fell swoop.
The C's over the top, that's locked Asuna into a tight position. Dash into the Cloudburst, there's no spam there to remove him, and this could be it. The finishing touches to an otherwise dominant performance from every single angle. Taking all the space.
A Boaster just with the ult to be able to pinch from the other side too. They're looking to style on 100 Thieves.
And it's a faster attempt there from 100 Thieves. They want to be trying to take the fight to them with the Nightfall. Prowler does latch down. Can they get the spam kills? Doesn't look likely Fnatic still have 2 players holding in the choke point, but still almost getting beamed down, and it is just down to Derek. He's clutched before, but in a 1v2 with 13 health, it's just so unlikely. Horn goes down, sticks it to half, and that is the final blow.